Hello. For those who do not know me, I am Peter Finnis, the Treasurer of St. Luke's Episcopal Church, and I'm going to talk about our financial performance in 2020, as well as present the 2021 budget the vestry approved in a meeting on January the 7th, 2021. I will also review the Phase 3 building financial status at the end of 2020. I will be happy to answer questions at the end of my presentation. First, I want to thank our bookkeeper, Judy Chard, for all the hard work she does each and every week. It has been extra work this year as she has had to reconcile the accounts by herself. Thank you, Judy. Secondly, I want to thank our auditors who came in during the initial phase of the pandemic to do their job efficiently and well. Thank you, Vivian Jacoby and Chris Wilcox. Thirdly, we need to thank the dedicated band of 8 money counters, 2 of whom come in every Monday morning to count and categorize the funds that have come in during the week. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for all you do each week. 2020 was a different year in many regards for our finances, and particularly our income. We had high expectations for the year, and it began strongly. And then in March, everything changed. We reacted rapidly. Within 3 weeks, we had started online giving through Tithely, a safe and easy-to-use online electronic church tithing. We did have some reduction in pledges as well as people moving on or passing away. However, overall, our pledges kept going, and we ended the year with over 90% completion. Since the end of the year, we have received an additional 2020 pledges that results in our pledge completion being close to 95%. These late pledges are recorded as part of the unpledged income in the 2021 budget. Obviously, our plate offering suffered, but fortunately, this was a small part of our finances. Our unpledged income for 2020 was strong at 95% of the budget. Contributions from newcomers through Tithely accounted for close to 20% of that amount. We received a request which was significantly higher than previous levels, and this helped us too. However, the biggest change in income came from our successful application for a PPP loan. The loan was for $56,600, and all of it was used to pay staff compensation. We successfully met the conditions such that it is now a forgiven loan. We released money from restricted funds to pay for some unusual expenses, which will be covered later. Overall, our income ended up being 6%, or $31,551 higher than anticipated. Without the PPP loan, we would have been short $25,050. On the expense side, staff compensation was virtually on budget. The church operating expense over budget can be contributed to the installation of live streaming equipment and a more economic phone and internet system. This was offset by the use of funds released from restricted income account mentioned above. The other over-budget items in expenses was missions, projects, and outreach. This is mainly covered by the discretionary fund income. Overall, our expenses ended up being 0.1%, or $366 under budget. The income less expenses resulted in an excess income of $32,609 to help us with the difficult 2021 budget. Turning now to the 2021 budget. This was always going to be a difficult year, as the 2-year Brennan Fund of $24,000 per year was no longer available. On top of this, we have the pandemic to affect our pledging. The budget for the total of the pledged income and unpledged income for 2021 is 90% of the 2020 budget figure. However, before you feel concerned, the 2021 budget is really only $500 more than actually received for last year, and was the amount pledged for 2021 at the time of writing on January the 12th, 2021. We entered into our 2021 pledge drive with 113 active pledgees. As of January the 12th, 2021, 85 pledges have been received, totaling $385,336. This was the pledged income level used for the 2021 budget. There remain 28 pledges in 2020 that have not yet responded. Last year, those individuals pledged over $57,000. We are still expecting response from some of those in the near future. Looking now at the unpledged income, two things need to be commented on. First, the amount includes over $19,000 in pledges for last year that was paid this year and is included in our 2021 income. This means that the amount remaining that we are needed for unpledged income in this year is really $24,569. This is 20%, or $6,423 less than we actually received in unpledged income last year. We believe that both the pledged and unpledged income are conservative, and we expect to exceed these figures, knowing the generosity of our parish and visitors. We ended 2020 with funds in our operating account of $50,672. This sum has been put in the restricted bank account and is included in the budget as revenue released from restrictions to be released as needed to keep a positive cash flow. As you know, Father Michael is on medical leave of absence, MLOA, for the first 4 months of 2021. The church pension group has a short-term leave of absence policy which we are claiming. This will provide $24,000 to us from January through April of 2021 and will be used to help offset temporary increases in Mother Allison's compensation and the cost of additional supply clergy during this time. The miscellaneous income of $11,000 represents flower and music donations as well as nominal interest income from our bank accounts. The flower and music income matches the flower and music expenses. Staff compensation has been held level for 2021 with 4 exceptions. The vestry saw fit to give the associate rector an increase in remuneration for the 4 months of Father Michael's MLOA. We also joyfully changed Mother Allison's health insurance from single to married. We also had to allow for additional supply clergy during the MLOA. The final compensation adjustment was to increase the sexton's compensation to allow extra time for cleaning the new enlarged facility. Church operating expenses have a slight increase for a number of reasons. Increased printing and postage for communications during the pandemic, increased internet charges associated with live streaming the services, and the cost of our 2 Zoom accounts. The budget for outreach was increased slightly as funds were tight. All other changes are minimal. For 2021, the present budget has an income of $515,804, an expense of $543,782 for a deficit of $27,977. This should not cause us to be in a deficit situation until autumn. Of course, we could receive additional pledges from people who pledged in 2020 but have not yet pledged in 2021. Yes, indeed, this is an invitation to prayerfully consider a gift for 2021 whether or not you pledged in 2020. It is not too late to submit a pledge card or send an email to the bookkeeper. If the shortage does occur, there are several ways available to the vestry at that time to keep from a deficit situation. There are further funds in the restricted account that can be drawn down, and there is an investment account held at Stockyards Bank on behalf of the parishes of the diocese. These two sources will reduce the deficit to less than $7,000. Now to take a look at the finances for our ongoing expansion. Our original fundraiser for this was completed in May 2018. At that time, we had received 125 pledges, totaling $2,144,778. From then to the end of 2020, a total of $1,619,085 has been paid, or 75% of the original amount. Naturally, there have been some people moving away or passing on, and this lost pledge amounts to $194,700. There are also some pledges that we need to consider as doubtful. As a result, we believe that we will receive an additional $215,833 in pledges. This will bring the total to $1,834,918 and represents better than 85% of the original pledge. Construction is proceeding right now. You can keep up to date with the progress on our website. The main construction contract was negotiated below our original estimate, but still greater than the pledge amount. As a result, we have negotiated a line of credit with Wilson and Muir Bank and Trust for close to $700,000 to cover the difference. This line of credit has a 10-year duration, with the first 5 years interest only at a fixed rate of 3.5%. After that, it will convert to a conventional principal and interest loan for the remaining period. This provides us with great flexibility in how, in the future, we wish to approach discharging the loan. We do need to be aware of the requirement to complete any outstanding pledges in a timely fashion to minimize the amount of the loan. I would point out that we are still able to receive new gifts if you have not had an opportunity to do so earlier. If after prayerful consideration you wish to make a new gift or increase your present gift, please contact the bookkeeper who will arrange it. I would like to thank you for the chance to explain the financial status of St. Luke's. I feel honored to act as treasurer for such a caring, friendly, and generous congregation. Thank you. I will be happy to try and answer any questions.